Yo, I'm gonna tell you what, guys. I did not expect to be making this video so soon after the troubleshooting video on the FXR here. But thanks to today's technology and TC bros like super fast shipping, we're gonna get this FXR charging again on this episode of Pugliese Speed Shop. Guys, efficiency is a mofo if you actually do what you say you're gonna do. And with our the shop being organized, the whole parts department over there being organized, trying to get ahead and stay ahead of schedule, maybe spend a little bit less time scrolling through the internet and a little more time actually shopping for things we need, not things that we don't ever need on like Marketplace or whatever. Stuff that we actually know we need, we have saved in our little thing. What I'm saying is, guys, I stopped screwing around, stopped playing, whatever you want to say, and well, it feels pretty good. It is exactly a week later from when we did the troubleshooting. I sat down and actually spent some time researching which one of these voltage regulators I wanted to get. There's a whole bunch out there. Of course, you can get on eBay and get the cheapo ones for like, I see them as cheap as $25. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. Yes, I know, Kevin. Surprise, surprise, right? And guys, I actually have 2 or 3 of them in the back from all the parts that Kevin gave me. But I don't know the shape of them or whatever. I guess I could go through all the troubleshooting and read them out and all that. But with a little research, I stumbled across, well, there was 2 I was looking at. Drag Specialties and the one we got, I want to say Central Electric. And I ended up going with that one because it's made from a small, little business in Ohio. So pretty local. And made in America, all that kind of stuff. It's a little bit more money than Drag Specialties, maybe like $20 or $30 more. But I'm going to show you guys this part and show you what I really liked about it. And finding it took a second or two, not much longer once I used my brain, but I think we're going to really like the results. Making our way between these 2 beauties from the 90s right here. We, guys, like I was talking about, our organized shelf, right? You see all the rough country stuff. That's for the Jeep build coming up. And we did have to put one FXR guy up here. She's just a little bit too big to fit on the shelf we had designated. But this is the guy we're looking for right here. Just come in, voltage regulator. TC Bros is where I found it, but they don't make it. So we'll open her up, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so I said TC Bros, a little keychain there, business card, little sticker action. That's just smart baseball right there, So I'm pretty sure I said Central Electric, but I meant Cycle Electrics. There you go. Made in USA, like I said, and exact same connector. We got even comes with zip ties, some lock washers, and this is what I like about it, guys. You see here, let me take it out of the packaging, and you'll completely understand. There we go. Put these guys over here. And there you go. right here is that's a lot more cooling there. The other one's just stop right there. A lot more cooling on each end, and that's something I really liked since I suspect heat was a problem. And it just looks well made, like I said. What do we got here? Oh, I might have a little bit more connections to do than I thought. Oh, no. Yeah, we got it. So I got to pull the side cover off the bike and trace this wire. Yeah, shouldn't be too bad. I just said it. All right, before we pull the side cover off, let's pull this guy apart and see if there's even a reason that metal plate's there. I got my suspicions. What do you guys think? All right, so my hypothesis that this thing was cracked is proven not to be true, but you can see what I was talking about with the extra cooling fins. So obviously this is bad. We've already tested it. I mean, it could just be that it's original 1991 and that's why it went bad. But, I don't know. Guess we'll find out. No, actually we won't find out. We just know it's bad. So, take this off, trace that wire around to the other side. So we got to pull that side cover off and try the new one out, see what's up. All right, guys. If only I had a motorcycle lift. Yeah. Anyway, here we are, doing things the hard way, because that's what we do here at Pugliese Speed Shop. We pulled this guy off, the old voltage regulator, and first off, I thought this thing was a lot cleaner than it was. Apparently, there's a lot of oil in here. It's almost like an old Evo motor or something, huh, guys? Yeah, we'll clean all that up as we go, but for the time being, we're not worried about it too much anyways. I left these, as I cut these zip ties off, I left them there, like where they were. So, even though I could probably tell by the oil markings, huh? But, yeah. She was tucked up in here pretty good. See if we can show you, like, where it's at. It's out of the way here. And, whoops, there you go. See this guy here? Runs along the frame. This guy right here. And trying my best here, guys. A little tough. It's on my thumb for a while, huh? Pretty sweet. Then here you go here. There was one little guy right there. One little clip right here. And then they're all clipped together right there, as you can see. And I thought it came up onto this side, which is why this side cover's off. But you can see it goes across the battery tray there. So let's take you over there. Clearly we pulled the battery out using our handy dandy handle, and we'll store it right here for the time being. I left the zip tie down there because, well, you can see that's where that wire was, and it was right, like coming down there is where that sat. That's going to be really fun to get these paws in there, and we'll see if that gets another zip tie. But taking off this side cover, here she is, and we'll take her off from there, and then we'll feed it back. You see these micarta blocks here, got them labeled, left rear, left front, because they're a little bit different size to make that side panel fit on right. So little stuff like that, you want to make sure you note that, and I put them right back in this way. You know, didn't really have to worry about it too much, but yeah, we'll disconnect this guy right there, feed it through, and feed the other one back. Or you could cut this wire off way back there and just attach the new wire to it and string it through. It's not that tough on the other side. I think you guys already saw that, so we probably won't do that. Whatever you do, guys, don't be inclined to just cut the wire like right there and splice it together onto your new voltage regulator. I might have thought about that. Actually, it's not a bad idea to slave it in to see if that works, just to make sure the guy's working right. But it's external. You could have a cut in the wire. There's a lot of reasons not to do it. So do it once, do it right. I know that's weird coming from me, but I really love this guy. So yeah, we're gonna do it right. All right, guys, we got the old one out, and I put it next to the new one, just so I can show you the difference on the cooling coils. It's just on those end ones there. You see it goes all the way down. So, I mean, every little bit helps, right? Something I also want to show you. You notice how this terminal is just kind of wrapped around this wire here on the new one, right? And that's because you got to cut this guy off to get it like run through under here and all that. So don't make the mistake of putting this guy on until after you route the wire, and then you can, you know, cut it to length and set it all up nice, which is what we're about to do. Figured I'd catch you guys up on a little bit of stuff and show you where we're at. I told you we're going to clean as we go. So if you just take a look right there, you'll see right here is all sorts of cleaned up now. So we got that taken care of, and I figured I'd give you a little bit of an explanation as to why we're cutting up bolts and what's going on with this little guy. All right, guys, well, it's been a new day for a little while. I got distracted. These things happen. I pulled the other one out, and then the dude showed up on the bikes, and, they stopped at Chaptico, so there was food involved, a couple beers, whatever. Then it just got late. And then, what happened after that? Oh, then I just went up to the house because Megan had food ready. No, she ordered a pizza. And then we watched a movie. An old one, Quick Change. Guys, they don't get better than the old movies, I'll tell you what.
Bluff Tony. Bluff Tony.
Bluff Tony?
Bluff Tony. Bluff Tony.
You're on a bluff, Tony.
And I'm not talking old like, well, I guess it is kind of old. 80s. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Bill Murray, hilarious. It's dark out now, but we had some more snow show up. And the day after the guys were here on the bikes, right? Southern Maryland weather. You guys, nothing like it. So I finally, well, I got the day off of work today. So I figured I'd probably make it down here finally and, you know, finish this job that should have been done days ago. I'm not putting the aluminum piece back on there. And while there is some truth, I actually was talking to Jimbo, who's an electrician by trade, about putting aluminum on there. And he said, yeah, you know, it helps dissipate heat. So they do recommend that on any kind of, you know, voltage regulator, rectifier, anything like that, just to throw the heat away. Well, if you're going to do that, you still need airflow. So they make a bunch of different covers for these things. They're like 20, 30 bucks. The guy before me made this little block himself and thought that would look cool and protect it, because you know, it's right there in the front. It catches stuff, guys, and it can break some things. So he was kind of doing that. I'm not saying that's what made it go out, but it didn't help it, right? So there are other things you can do. Kevin has this guy in front to protect it. They make other ones, something like that. Maybe I'll look into that. But for right now, we're going to put it together without anything on the front of it. And we're not riding anywhere. Did you guys see what I showed you outside? So I'm not too worried about that. And we'll find out. We'll find something to put on there. We got more work to come on this guy. So right now we just want to make sure it's charging before we go any further. You guys saw I cut these bolts down here. Got these guys right here now. There you go. Because the bolt went all the way through this guy. I made a mess. What are you gonna do? So we just cut that off. Little trick to keep the nut on there, run it off afterwards. Kind of use that to as a die, if you will. And we're ready to go. So we'll throw that back together, and we should be good to go. All right, everything's hooked back up, battery's back in, and we're sitting at 12.51. You guys see that? Looks like you did. All right, we'll fire it up now, and we will see how this goes. Carburation. That's at idle, so we'll get a little higher. .88 and it started shaking 8.9. She's an Evo, so we're calling it good. Maybe don't fire the gun when you're talking.
I have a message for you from Vincent Ludwig.
I'm sorry I can't hear you. Don't fire the gun while you're talking.
Well, there you have it, guys. The FXR is charging again. That means we can have some worry-free miles ahead of us on this guy. I love this motorcycle, guys, especially when we go on like a local ride. I love bringing this one, but last year I was a little, and now I'm good. So I got to address something. All right. Last video where I did the troubleshooting on this thing and determined the voltage regulator was bad, which was correct. So that was valid troubleshooting. I had a guy leave a comment, and most of the time, guys, I get good comments, you know, constructive, whatever. This dude, he was a douche. He probably drove a BMW, if I'm not. Sorry, Johnny. But no, seriously, he probably thought he was helping, but he was a total dick in the way he said everything. And so right away, I dismissed it all. And then I went back and read it, and I was like, I'm not an electrician, guys, by any stretch of the imagination. So that's why I was talking to Jimbo, and I did some more reading and some research, and there's a lot of videos doing exactly what I did. Now, that's not saying that they're all right, but most of them are by like certified Harley guys. So this guy said for every second that I had the stator disconnected while I was reading that out, I was just destroying the stator. You know, I was burning it up, and I think that's a bit dramatic. And I have the question, which he hasn't answered, but what's the difference between having that voltage regulator disconnected and causing it to get hot, the stator to get hot, or when it's not working at all? I mean, is that by riding it around not working? Which, I mean, for part of that time I had no idea. But was I burning it up then too? When you start your comment with "that was hard to watch," then don't watch it, dude. I mean, you know. And yeah, that's probably pretty cocky. Like, oh, you don't need to views. Nah, it's not even that, dude. It's I do this for fun. So when somebody comes at you with this, whatever. You know, I just wanted to mention if I screwed something up, let me know. Don't be an asshole telling me. Or you can, you know, it doesn't matter, I guess. I just wanted to vent a little bit. And I don't know. I'm not the only guy doing it this way. If I'm doing it wrong, I'm doing it wrong. Never will I tell you that one of my videos is a how-to. Because I'm not a trained professional in any of this. But my motorcycle is working again. So I'm good. And, well, for that guy, there you go. For all you guys, I really appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you dig the FXR. I'm not going to put it all together right now because I got to take it apart. So we got everything working. I feel better. We're going to go forward a little further with the work we want to have done. Well, not have done, but the work we're going to do to it and the parts that are on the shelf. So until next time, guys. If you want to have the coolest thing in the parking lot, you better be ready to put in some work. And sometimes that work is figuring out what's wrong with your motorcycle, pissing off some dude on the internet, and coming up aces at the end. Thanks for watching, guys.